Dear students, I have finished with 4 paragraphs of the topic The Sound of Music. Before I continue with the rest of the topic, I would like you to watch the short video that I am going to present to you. After you have watched the video, I will continue with the explanation of the lesson.
I'm often asked how I physically feel sound. Now, obviously, it's quite a different experience when you're practically on top of the instruments, where you're the producer of the sound as opposed to being the listener or a member of the audience. But nevertheless, we can all physically feel sound. We just have to pay attention. And the idea is opening up your body like a resonating chamber. So when I strike this big bass drum, you can actually see the head vibrate. I can see it very clearly even just by looking at it face on, but from the side you can really see that. But if I put my fingernail on the drum, and I've stopped feeling it. So that's a long time that it's actually resonating through my fingernail or wherever you put your hand. And the idea is to really pay attention, and that's really what listening is all about. But also, if I take a stick, and very often when I hold a stick or a mallet, I almost just have my little pinky supporting the stick, so that when I actually strike something, I'm allowing the vibration of the sound to come through the shaft of the mallet. So for example, if I go closer to the edge, the vibration's much closer together. And so on and so forth. If I decided to hold the stick or mallet and kept a good old grip on it all the way through the stroke, I'm actually cancelling that vibration. Split second that I'm actually feeling something. So it's really up to yourself to start exploring that and deciding where you want to be in relation to the instrument. And it opens up the different possibilities in where you want to strike as well. So it's not just the sound that you want to create, it's the feeling as well. So is it a distant sound that you want? Is it a kind of vibration where you want it to be a nervous vibration or something quite open? And this all affects how you physically play and negotiate the instrument as well, and thus what the audience feels. that's it for today's video. And as always, links to my social media channels and website are listed in the description below, so you can keep up to date with my latest news and events. Don't forget to like this video, as it really helps me out, and comment what your favorite part about today's video was. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and bell icon so you can get a notification every time I post a brand new video. See you in my next one.
Achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you'll get there. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and heroic international schedule. In this paragraph, the writer is trying to tell us that Evelyn says if you work hard, you can achieve success. Let's move on to the next paragraph. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly. Intriguing means it is so interesting to see Evelyn work without any trouble, without hearing. In our 2 hours discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards. Bushy means men who have got big beard. Give me trouble. She laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Flawlessly means without any mistake. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. You know, my dear students, very often those who cannot hear are not able to speak. This was not the case with Evelyn. Evelyn could hear till she was 11 years old, and so she was able to speak. There was no defect in her speech. She says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. She even knew to speak French, and she also knew to speak the Japanese language. How she learned these languages, that she says, I cannot explain. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. Evelyn says that music is such a thing for her that it flows into every part of her body. It tingles in the skin. Tingles means it pricks or it tickles her skin. My cheekbones, the bones of the cheek are known as the cheekbones. And even in my hair, she says that music tingles her or tickles her even in her hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. She cannot hear, but she can sense the beat of the xylophone passing through her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet. When she plays an instrument, especially the drum, she makes sure that she takes off her slippers or her shoes, and she's standing bare feet. Bare feet means without any footwear, and up her legs. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award, says master percussionist James Blade. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. Percussionist Blades says that God might have taken away her hearing, but He has given her something extraordinary, something more than ordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic is one who works to a great extent, who has got a great passion, a great love for work, and just cannot stop working. Such a person is known as a workaholic. I've just got to work often, harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. She says, I have to work very hard, but I also know that when I work hard, the reward for my hard work is enormous. Enormous means very big. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. High priority means she gives great importance, or she gives the first place to give classes for young children who want to become musicians. Anne Richen of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has achieved so much. Accomplished means she has achieved. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Thank you.